God is actually alive. We're going to need those back up here probably pretty quick. God is alive. And again, it's not just here. We're part of a movement of the Spirit of God that wraps itself around this tiny little marble that's spinning out in outer space somewhere. God is active and alive and moving. And I want to give you an opportunity right now to express worship in another way. And I'm going to do this in 3 parts so you can just kind of count and know when I'm winding up, because I don't get a full sermon today, so I'm trying to take every opportunity I can. But if you're here as a visitor, one of our guests really, I want to invite you to give an offering to God of yourself. If you have never gone face to face with God before, I would challenge you to at least say to God today, God, I think that you are the biggest lie that has ever existed, if that's how you feel. But I will give you the intellectual honesty to search it out and to find out if it's true. Are these people talking about a whole lot of happy coincidences, or are they talking about a God that's actually personally involved in the lives of people? If you're a guest here from another church, I invite you to give an offering to God, and there's some cards in your basket that say my gift of love. I encourage you to give a gift to God that says, I'm going to plug in to a ministry that is helping to build people up in the spiritual family that God's given me. If you're part of the Experience family, and this is real broad, because this is going to be your first time and we consider you family. So it's kind of up to you if you want to be a part of the family. We're a little scary and dysfunctional, so you may want to take your time and decide that. But if you consider yourself to be a part of the Experience family, I invite you to make an offering. First of all, I invite you to look at your husband or your wife and have that eye contact. You know the eye contact? The eye contact that says, I know what you're thinking, and yes, you're right, okay, fine. That one, just go ahead and do that right now. And it's the eye contact that says, you know what? Maybe it's time for us to start becoming a regular part of the financial support family of the Experience. You know, not just $5 here or there, but monthly priority out of our budget. We've talked about it. We know we need to do it. We should be doing it. Okay, fine. Just do it. We talked about a couple weeks ago, seeking God first in our finances. Maybe this is time. Maybe God's been haunting you for 2 weeks. It's just a lot easier to give up. I'm just telling you. It's a lot easier to just give up. I'm just telling you. And then, if that's already in place, I encourage you to again look at your spouse, if you have one. If you don't have a spouse, you can look around trying to find one, but look at somebody. And maybe it's time to say, you know what, I want to see what we have experienced for 5 years grow, and it's time to build on the growth of the Experience. And I want to say, here's a special gift to propel the Experience forward in its multiplication. And you can just write growth fund or multiplication or whatever it was Brian was talking about on the offering envelope. It's fine. We're pretty good at figuring stuff out like that. But I just encourage you to go one step farther with God in your faith walk wherever it is. Bottom line. That it not just be us here going, yay, God. But I'll tell you one of the things that irritates me the most with my kids is when they say, yay, Dad, great food, and they don't clear the table. And I think that it's one thing for us to say, yay, God. It's another thing for us to say, yay, God, I want to put my life right there in line with you. And so I invite you to give an offering to God, whatever it is that God's calling on you, to give an offering to God as we celebrate these 5 years, but more than that, as we celebrate a movement of God that wraps itself around the globe.